Hi S3s, it's Mr. McClyment here, and I am about to give you a video tutorial for the S3 PE Elective Task 1. So this is the first online learning task in January 2021. The first thing that you need to do is you need to log on to Glow, and you need to go to Google Classroom, and you need to find your S3 PE Elective class. So that will either be in my class, in Miss McKinley's class, or in Miss Patrick's class. And when you go to that class, you will find this task, okay, and it is a Google form. And once you open it up, it will look exactly like this. Now, this form has been designed to take you back through the learning that you've been doing in class, so we can see how much you've remembered, see how much information you've retained, and so we can see where we need to support you more moving forward. Okay, so based on the work you've been doing in class, this form will require you to think back on your learning to answer the questions, and this is the helpful video tutorial that will be available on the Google Classroom task. So the first thing you need to do is to choose the factor or the factors that you have been studying so far in S3 Elective. So each class will have maybe done the same factors, they might have done different factors, I don't know, I can only speak for my class. So everybody in my class should know exactly what factor we have been studying. You tick the box or you tick the circle for the factor that you think you've been studying in class, and then you move on to the next question. So this question wants you to think about the factor that you've picked, and it asks you to write the method that you've used to gather information on your performance. So for example, if you were in my class, we completed a type of test to gather information on our performance in a specific factor. Okay, so one of those factors is listed here, and underneath in the boxes are examples of different methods that can be used to gather information on that factor. So if you are in my class, you'll know that we have studied a particular factor and then we completed a specific test. You need to write that test inside the box here. And if you're in Miss Patrick's class or Miss McKinley's class, you will do the same. Once you've done that, you move on to the next question, and you need to think about the test that you completed in class, and you now need to describe that test to us. So we want you to take us through step by step what you did to gather information on your performance using that test. So you'll need to think about what you did, how you did it, who you did it with, where and when you did it, and what was the setup of it, what did it look like. And when we read your answer here, we should really be reading an instruction manual of that test. So if you're in Miss Patrick's class and I read your answer, I should be able to take your answer and go and set up the test for my class based on the instructions that you have written. It should be that clear and that descriptive, okay? If you are writing 1 and 2 word answers for this question, then that's not going to be enough, okay? So think really long and hard about how you can describe the method that you used. Once you've done that, move on to the next question, and we need you to think back to the test that you did and what your results were, and write down any strengths you found about yourself and why you think that is a strength. So certainly if you're in my class, based on the periods we've had in the classroom, we've spoken about the different strengths that each of you have, and that was based on the data that we gathered and why that would be a strength. And then for the final question, we would like you to do the opposite and think about any weaknesses that you have in your performance and why specifically that is a weakness. Now for some of you this will be more difficult than others depending on how well you have participated and paid attention in class, but as always your class teacher is available to help you through Google Classroom. If you have any questions, send it to us and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.